Ta-da! As I start screwing with things as I'm on here. That's always the best time to screw with things. Hi guys. Hi peeps. How you doing?
Hello.
Ignore.
Sedan, but it captioned it as sedan.
I'm gonna check audio real quick just so we're aware.
Please do. From what I'm seeing here, it should be fine, but
yeah,
who knows? Actually, check audio for you guys, because that would be better. One of you guys talk for a minute.
For a minute, I can talk for an entire minute, which is actually interesting because most of the time I talk for way longer than that. I worked all day today, so I may be a little sleepy. But here I am playing D&D and talking for Vinny because he asked so nicely to talk for an entire
your audio is
minute.
definitely good. You got this.
Awesome. We're good. Hello, people. Thank you for the random folks that are deciding to join us and seeing this, as Mel is putting it in the comments, sexy BG update, which I'm assuming stands for background, but I don't trust Mel. It could stand for something else. Hi. This is session 2.5, session 3, kind of. But hey, we're going to make it work. Welcome back. I am Vinny, the record keeper for this crazy group. We are down a singular individual this evening because it is the Lunar New Year, and some people celebrate that. Specifically, Mel and her people close to her. So they're having a good time. We're going to have a different good time. Everyone's going to have a good time. Except maybe the characters. But we don't know. That is a thing we will learn along the way. But hi, I am Vinny, or Vander. I am the record keeper for this. We are going to go around so everyone can say hello. Rach, you can go next. You're to my left.
Hi! My name is Rachel. I play Temerity Serechor, the Tiefling Warlock in this campaign. I wish I was cool enough to celebrate the Lunar New Year, but I don't know how. So maybe one day.
One day.
Go, Nova!
Hi, I'm Nova. I play our big buff barbarian wizard, Asunar Keyrel, and yeah, I'm worried for tonight. Very worried. And off to Corinne.
Hi. I hate to do this on stream, but I'm Corinne. I don't know, we're doing things a little bit differently today, but I'm still gonna say, like, socials are Corinne and Wolf, but in the chat you'll see me as Purple Wolf Girl, because Twitch hates me, and that's the only way I could get the Purple Wolf in there. And so, yeah, I'm gonna be playing Ethel. I don't know if we're doing that or not, but I'm gonna be playing Ethel. I'm a cleric of Selune, knowledge cleric, very exciting, and I'm super excited to see what happens tonight. It's gonna be real interesting.
Good summary. Alright, speaking of an actual summary, Rachel, you got the big book of notes. Do you want to give an overview, or do people just want to shout out what they remember?
I can go through it. I'll do the do the recap just based off of the...
You can do the cliff notes.
I attached.
You can do the cliff notes of the spark notes of the version of your notes. You don't have to do the whole thing.
And then we can fill in the blanks if we need to.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, just through GIFs. Let's see what happens.
So last session, we start with a GIF from the popular music video, Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. With Pandora, one of the background dancers of Aster, being beheaded and collapsing to the ground. The group then begins to do some quick recon to try and figure out what the heck just happened, because all we know is we saw this shadowy, scary centaur creature with a big ol' axe, warhammer weapon, or scimitar. No? Axe warhammer? Both? Okay.
Yeah.
All of the above. This will be on the quiz at the end, so take notes. Um, and despite our character's best efforts, we were unable to attack this creature every single time that we tried. It would disappear. And the form seemed to be a little reminiscent of an individual that Asunar, the barbarian, had met in her previous time of being a gladiator? That's the right word for it? I don't want to misrepresent. Yes.
It's correct.
Okay, great. And then we follow up with a gif of a teenager on the phone saying "so no head" and then breaking his skateboard because the backup dancer is now beheaded. We make sure that the beheaded backup dancer is receiving medical attention because in D&D you can come back from beheading. Oh.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And in real
depending.
life too. It's very rare.
Technically-
It's very rare, but it does
Oh!
it does happen.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. There was
Are you gonna sidetrack us?
sidetrack, but also on the thing, there was this surgery done a couple years ago where they literally transferred one guy's head to another body because the guy was paralyzed and transferred him to a body that can still walk. And
What
it
the
was
fuck are these
successful.
Nazi experiments? What?
I mean, Americans have done awful experiments on people too. Nazis aren't the only, but it's not.
Humans are so cool. Like, I know the experiments are awful and unethical, but, like, the fact that we can do that and survive is so cool.
Continue with the recap, Rachel.
Yes.
Then we continue with a snippet from the age-old classic commercial of the man looking with his special eyes as Kanitae does her best to look around to try and notice this shadowy individual, and we're trying to find them before they escape. Unsuccessfully, unfortunately. Then we continue with where we kind of flash back to session 1, where we did interrogations with the local cops, and in classic Parks and Rec fashion, attempted to not be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Even though none of us did anything wrong, really. Other than Temerity being too fabulous, which in some cultures is a crime.
I was about to say those exact words.
I mean, I did hide information.
There we go.
Asunar did a wee bit.
Just a part about me knowing the shadow for gear.
And then we all deal with the aftermath of some emotional damage, as everyone is still kind of shaken up after seeing a dancing performer be headed in front of a large group of people, except for Temerity. And we decide that we're gonna hit up the Jeweled Chalice for some explicit recreation. Except for Ethel, because she's the good wife, and she goes home with her husband, like such a sweetheart, because she loves him, and they're very sweet together. That is until she probably kills him in the future. That's just my theory. A game theory. But that's my theory.
Yeah, Ethel's
anyway.
just racking up the husbandry kills, you know?
She's our Black Widow.
Intentionally kills all of her husbands. Intentionally, on purpose, every time.
Of course. So we head over to the Jeweled Chalice. Everyone's trying to unwind and relax. But except for Temerity, who's always got money on the mind, and decides to do a little performance. Daffy Duck style $ eyes pupils. Imagine it. That's what it is. Temerity does a little performance like Jessica Rabbit on the stage, make a little money. Asunar and Kanitae get a little drunkety, and Asunar does some like flag pulling while people hang off of going off of them. While Kanitae, and then later on they do some push-ups on the stage while Kani stands on top of them and plays their instrument. It's very extra, and they have to get told to stop, lowering the quality of the establishment.
And purple shit poured all over us.
Temerity also backstage gets recruited to help with a rather tricky patron of the Jeweled Chalice after his performance. Meanwhile, Ethel goes home with her hubby. They have a nice little evening. He does some push-ups and shit, which is like mad hot for like a house husband. Anyway, they go to bed, and after Ethel performs her nightly prayers, and Ethel has this really strange dream about, like, I don't even know how to summarize this, because I don't get it.
I mean, I could summarize that part.
Please
I'm pretty sure I
do.
get it.
Please do. Help me.
So in the dream, she woke up.
Ethel's god.
Yeah, in the dream, she woke up in a cottage, and in the cottage there was like a shelf with a bunch of holy symbols of all of these different patrons, and so she went up to it, found the one with her god, touched it, got grabbed from behind by a person who was, had like literal moons in his eyes and like moons and stars going down his clothing, so probably also probably her deity. That's what the current running theory is, but it was not confirmed because basically he grabbed her, said, "What are you doing here?" And then a couple of seconds later he said, "Oh no, not her," and then shoved Ethel into a bookshelf, and then Ethel woke up. So we don't really know. There's running theories that was Selune and Selune's arch god nemesis Shar, but like that's not been confirmed yet.
That's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Really?
See you next week.
Really? All right. I guess that's it for session 2, guys. Bye.
And I would just like to read word for word the last. All right. Good night. The last paragraph. Asunar and Kanitae head out to clean up. Asunar is stopped by a brown-skinned centaur known as the Stampede, who immediately begins to ask Asunar for their help after being suddenly cut off from producing any further sounds. Connie asks what the fuck they just said as they look over the centaur, who clearly looks sick, unwell, and unsteady. The Stampede then manages to stammer out, "The other half of the Stampede was killed!" Ah! And that's where we are. Oh, I just rolled a natural 20. Ha ha ha!
Nice.
Yeah.
Can I take inspiration for that?
No.
No.
Yeah, you still have. Everyone still has a 1d6 until their next long rest.
That's
anyways.
true.
So.
Yes, I did write that at the end of the notes.
I know. I saw when
We
I looked
have-
at your notes.
What do we have?
Y'all get inspiration from
Oh.
Temerity's dance.
Ethel does not have it, which is why I completely forgot about it.
Correct, because you were not around for
Oh.
it. So we are going to begin back at the Jewel Chalice. First, we'll start with I don't know, Temerity or Asunar. Who wants to go first?
Got it?
What?
I said not it.
Oh, okay, I'll go first. Yeah, I feel like we should start with the lighter stuff, right?
Sure.
I'm sure that it will somehow turn out to not be light.
I don't know, you might find a dead centaur in this room. Who knows?
Yeah, I'll just be giving a lap dance to this blue dragonborn, and then there'll be a centaur corpse in his pants or something.
Like you do. Hate it when that happens.
Are you happy to see me, or is that a centaur corpse in your pants? That's...
We talk about dead centaurs a lot on the Records of the
Bye.
Realms.
So happy. I'm so proud of you. Oh.
It just,
Vinny, how
it
do
just
we
happens
end
a
up on this
lot.
subject?
It's just a lot. Like, a lot. Like,
I love the entrapment that happens that leads you into these dirty jokes, Corinne.
I'm in pain.
I'm in pain. Emotional damage.
But yes,
Look, about half the time they give me psychic damage, so like I don't.
it's
Oh no, I felt physical damage on. It physically harmed me.
everybody's hurt. We get it.
Vicious mockery.
I can't be happy and have a dead horseman in my pocket.
Or Tasha's hideous laughter actually might be more accurate.
You could have both. It's possible. I believe Yvette would be happy with both, but that's just a real particular character. They would be. Anyways, Temerity, you are helping out one of your coworkers, and I don't have the name in front of me, even though I wrote it down. I know I separated it from the other names to make it easier, but now I can't find it.
My friend didn't tell me the name.
Oh, Bladesinger. I was looking for the name of the person who was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I could have told you that.
I know you could have, but I wanted to be a big boy and do it myself. But yes. You know the rooms. Most of the rooms are named by gems here to make it easier to just track things down, and it goes with the theme. So you were told to go to the Sapphire room, where you're going to see this blue dragonborn person. And that is currently where you're heading off. I believe you already prepped for it. Like, you did your performance, then you went backstage to get ready and go.
I put a little glitter, like my cheekbones, my shoulders, my chest.
Just
little up the navel line.
Just all the glitter everywhere.
All of it.
Collarbones.
Yeah.
All the important crevasses. We get it. So as you begin heading into the Sapphire room, I'm curious, what are the rooms like here? This is part of your imagination. What are the Jewel Chalice rooms? The back rooms, I guess, like the private lounges, whatever you want to call them.
Okay, let me come up with this on the spot. So I imagine, like, obviously each room is named after a different gem. And I would say that the theme of each room is highly related to that. So, for instance, we're headed to the Sapphire room. So, like, the layout of the rooms are relatively good sized to allow for, like, many people or a lot of movement. Each room features, like, a nice, like, sturdy pole set up in the front, and the chairs are set up in, like, they're 4 booths, and they're set up in like a kind of like a diamond like setting, and the upholstery is of like a really nice deep royal blue velvety material, kind of shiny, but super comfortable. Not really easily cleaned, which is not good foresight by management, but visually wonderful. So in the Sapphire room, like I said, deep royal blue settings in the upholstery, and some nice like dangly, I want to say, like, from the ceilings there's some like dangly bits of kind of, I'm sure it's like Swarovski, or not Swarovski, but what, cubic zirconium, or like the cheap equivalent.
Yeah, no.
But like super sparkly.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Don't
the
look
point.
at it really close.
Yeah, no.
And it like
No.
it glitz the light really nicely, and there's some blue crystals that are like threaded throughout these strands that hang from the ceiling that kind of give sort of, not like a disco ball effect, not that crazy, but like little like sparkles in white and blue all across the floor and the furniture in the room. And then in each room it has like a cabinet of things that would be necessary for any of the workers to get their job done, so to speak.
So to speak. Yes. All that and more. But yes, as you said, there's no reason to have real diamonds or jewels in the wall of the thing. Like, it's there for the look, not for, like, no one needs to have the actual expense part of it. When you walk into this room, it does seem to be empty, relatively, compared to potential nights where there are multiple clients for a single evening. But it doesn't take long to see the additional people in addition to the one individual who's there. The one individual who is there is a very tall, even while sitting, is very tall, dragonborn with that has gem-like sapphire scales. Sorry, I just read the chat where it said important crevasses again. I got distracted by my own joke. Okay. Wearing almost as close to like a business-like attire as possible. Like this person's probably like running for Senate or something. Like way too serious of an outfit to be wearing in this specific scenario, even though all types do come here. Over in one of the sides of the room, just like in the corner, currently you see there seems to also be a sapphire dragonborn kid, like a 10-year-old or 11-year-old, who is currently like clutching and resting on the back of what appears to be a blue dragon, like a wyrmling, a small one. So there are 3 occupants into this room at the moment.
Wait. They're clutching on a gold dragonborn?
A blue or a sapphire gem dragonborn child is clutching onto a blue dragon wyrmling, like a baby blue dragon. Like just relaxing and like resting on it.
So there's a 10-year-old and a baby?
Baby dragon. Which is
a baby
dragon.
Yes.
Like a
So, adult dragonborn, kid dragonborn, dragon.
That, I mean, I need to have a word with the bouncer because this should not be allowed in. I will be speaking with them after this, but okay. That's so fucking inappropriate. Let's go! It's too late now.
You see the Sapphire Dragonborn who is sitting at the table, unlike the child who is just resting in the corner, is currently just seems to be drinking water or whatever was laid out for refreshments at one point, and is just like taking a sip as you arrive, and it's like mid, like go ahead, come on over in. He says, yes, sorry, hi, I've seen a few people tonight, and I have not seen you yet.
Pleased to make your acquaintance. My name is Temerity Serechor, and I am happy to be your entertainment this evening.
Right. I'm sure that will be lovely. Holds out a hand for a handshake.
Temerity will like go sort of like, so the hand like this, right? He'll kind of go and then sort of like cup the hand and then just like put it on his chest and sort of like drag it down the front of his chest. It's very
It's a moment for sure.
Full eye contact, no blinking. Not in a creepy way, but like a sultry way.
Yeah. As you do that, you can see that the hand is like incredibly stiff, like uncomfortable with this situation. And at least that's what the vibe you're getting from like the like hand motions as you're doing it. And he just goes, yes. Were you by chance at the festival today?
I'm not sure if you're new to this whole situation, but it's not exactly polite to ask about my life outside of here. But I do kind of get the feeling that you're not here exactly for what I think or what I presumed you were for. And Temerity will, like, take a seat, like, not next to him, but, like, kind of across from him, like, with the diamond pattern.
Yeah.
Kind of across.
Mm-hmm.
And, sort of just cross his legs and lean back, and say, but yes, I was at the, festival today. Is there something I can help you with?
Yes, and I apologize for gestures to his child in the corner for all of this. It's a very busy day at home. Anyways, could you just run me through what happened today? To the best of your abilities.
Well, before we get into such details, and I would be happy to discuss them with you, could I please have your name? I feel like it's rude to have such a intimate discussion without having exchanged first name, at least.
That's fair. Out of curiosity, is there a price point I could hit that would make names unconcerned for you?
Temerity kind of, his eyes sort of like squint and look off to the side for a second, contemplating. Let me roll for this. Roll for greed.
Roll for greed. That's not the worst thing I've heard.
I rolled a 12. Does that mean, like, I'm not feeling greedy today, or I am feeling greedy
This
today?
is you. This is...
I need your help!
I can't decide what random roll you make means to you.
Well, in this place, I can say that not everything has a price point. But is there, I mean, not to be rude, but surely if it were a matter of maintaining your anonymity, I can't say that there aren't many folks that look like you.
That is fair. I surely would stick out if people recognized me. And you watched him just, like, run a hand up, and, like, the illusion turns to, like, a regular human for a second, and then, like, runs back down.
Oh!
But most people here... No one saw me on my way in here, although they did see me walking, and looks back at his child. They did see me walking with some people who are probably more noticeable, but I'm not insanely worried about anonymity. The fewer names, the better. I've just learned.
Very well. Can I just have maybe a pseudonym to call you? I don't know. It's just the way that I speak. I have to have something to call you. And I don't really feel that the names that I would, and Temerity kind of glances over at the child, usually use would be appropriate in this situation.
He follows your eyes and laughs and says, yes, poor kid. You can call me...
Hypey hands are ready. I already got my bold on.
Don't die, Vinny. But while he's in the process of taking care of that, I want you to know that the chat agrees that 12 is a greedy number, and that you should be feeling greedy.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
12 is a greedy number.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but that was uncomfortable.
Yeah, please don't die.
He says...
Need some water!
I just did, because that hurt bad. He says, you can call me Zen, if that helps.
Zen. Like Z-E-N?
Z-E-N.
Okay, that was a Rachel question, not Temerity question, because that's weird to ask.
I don't
Not
know.
that I don't ask weird questions.
I was gonna say, I feel like asking people how to spell their names isn't weird, it's actually polite.
Oh, really? Oh, the world is ever changing. Anyway, okay, I would be happy to recount my experience of the festival today. However, my price point would be at a hearty 12 platinum.
Okay.
Meredith takes a drink of champagne.
Champagne.
Wish I had champagne. Champagne.
I like that it did Timpagony. I don't know what Timpagony is, but anyways, with 12 platinum as the offer, he nods and says that sounds good. That is fine by me.
Fuck! I should have asked for more. Come on, chat. Should have rolled higher. I feel 20 greedy today. All right, 12 platinum it is.
All right.
Do you want to go through the exact?
No, we can.
Okay.
We can do the windmill spin and say you explained.
Fade to black.
Yeah.
The curtains fall down.
Sure.
The royal blue, because sapphire room.
During
When
your...
you have to fade to black because you've talked about it too much on stream, not because for any other reason.
Yeah.
The illicit practices.
Yep.
This time.
This time.
I never thought that my first fade to black would be this.
I'll get you there one day, Rach, I guess. Sorry.
Hey, first man who would have. Anyway,
Someone make a clip of that, because that was funny. As you guys talk, you hear noises from the kid every once in a while, which is like a yawn, or like sleep noises. Like the kid's like dead asleep the whole time, but it just makes like little noises every once in a while, like his clawed foot kicks a wall.
Or are they like sleeping on the dragon, or like just kind of leaning on it?
Have you ever seen how like children just fall asleep in probably like the worst positions for their backs on things?
Yeah, I would definitely offer, like, you know, if I could, I'm sure that we could find some sort of accommodation for your child. I mean, even just, and then he gestured to the couch next to them.
It's fine. Gur and those two were just playing, and they tuckered out in the corner, and I'm gonna let it sit while the sitting is good.
Also, it's like lean forward and be like, I'm so sorry for making you uncomfortable earlier. That was not my intention. My coworker gave me a directive that I apparently misinterpreted. So I apologize for that.
I'm sorry for misreading. I kept asking specifically about the festival and turning down most advances. I thought it was pretty obvious, but I guess I need to work on my own practices if I come back here. You see the tone of his voice, like, I don't know if I'll ever need to come back here, but hey.
Well, while many of our patrons do come here to gossip and look for other such information, it's usually in the personal nature of our employees, not so much the local tragedies, I would say. This is more of a place people come to escape those kinds of heavy things.
I will take that under advisement and consider that for the next time if I do come again.
But not saying that your intentions were wrong, you did find me.
There is like a small like flicker of a smile that like quickly gets turned into like a flat face real quick, and he's like, it was very nice talking to you, and I appreciate the information, and don't know how much longer is this room good for. I don't want. Do you need this space? I don't know how. How soon do you need this space? Should we? And like points to his his child. Like, should we leave? Like, this is assuming after you've told him he says this, but.
Oh, well, of course, you've spent plenty of coin here, and you're more than welcome to stay as long as you like. And we would be happy to provide you whichever refreshments you would be interested in. But it does seem like the little one is ready for bed. So, no rush for you, but, unless you need anything from me, I'll leave you to your privacy.
Yeah, I will probably...
Actually, Temerity is so pretentious, I feel like he would say privacy.
Privacy? Privacy. He gives a nod and says, when he starts to stir, I will make a way out of here. But I appreciate the company and the information. He drops you 3 more platinum to give you a total of 150. And says...
150? Wait, 150?
Oh, 150 in gold. Sorry, my mind immediately translates it to gold.
Oh, okay. I love him. I hope he comes back.
Yeah, it's great when some people just have the money to spare.
Yeah.
I do appreciate any discretion you can provide. But I'm not supremely concerned.
Did he seem to have anything that sort of, perked his proverbial ears while I was talking?
Roll an insight check.
Yeehaw. Ride him, cowboy.
Apparently not.
Ooh. Unfortunate. It's okay, I'm married, I don't do that. 14.
14. When you were telling the story, the details that he seems to be more focused on was the crowd, not so much the event. So he would ask you, like, when you mention people in the crowd that you may have seen, he is curious about some of the individuals that may have been there. Less focused on the direct thing, and more the indirect surroundings.
All right. Okay. So I will say, lovely to talk to you, Mr. Zen. Again, my name is Temerity, and if you have any more questions, you're welcome to request me at the front. Or even if you wanted to come and just chat, that's fine. That's what I'm here for. Companionship.
I need to pause this conversation and ask Nova, why do you know how bendy children's bones are?
Okay, I only know this because when I was little, my neighbor, when he was 2, was climbing up on the toilet to reach for something in the cabinet and fell and broke his leg, and my mom's a nurse, so my neighbor's mom brought him down to my mom being like, oh my god, my son just broke his leg, and my mom's just like, alright, they are kind of bendy up until a certain age, and just bends his leg back into place.
Terrifying.
He screamed, and then he was fine. And then my mom put a splint and wrapped it up, and it was just like, yeah, he should be fine to have you take this off in the morning, just have him sleep in it overnight. And I'm just like,
that's terrifying. Okay. Thank you for that information. I just really...
yeah, the bendy age is age 6 to 7, because when I broke my arm, I was on that cusp that I had a small fracture, but I was still pretty bendy. So...
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right.
Okay.
Terrifying, but fair enough.
Sorry. No, I love knowing it, but what?
But yes, Temerity, as you close out your conversation, a bit richer, we're gonna switch over to Nova anyways, since that's currently where the other thing's going on, and we'll get everyone's timeline synced up in a moment or two. Is there any final goodbyes with Zen that like need to be noted, or did you just want to know like what his thoughts, what his interests in your details were?
Yeah, I mostly just wanted to know if I could glean any sort of information regarding like why he was asking me that. Like if, even if he like made a accidental or a passing mention of like something he already knew, or having been to a place before, or any sort of like if I said something and he seemed to like be like, or anything like that.
Yeah. With a 14, yeah, you the main thing you get from it is that he's very focused on the crowd and like listened politely during your conversational details about the event that you were mainly for, but like you and Connie went back and dealt with people in the crowd for a bit. So like that, like when you like were like protecting the centaur and dealing with that stuff, that those are the details that like seem to be a little more important to him. But nothing doesn't seem to be like giving away that like a specific person or look or something is what he's looking for.
Okay.
Back to Asunar. Asunar, you and Connie are dealing with this centaur that you know, half of the stampede, telling you about the fact that their other half has died. They have tried to say their name. You're not hearing it. It is slightly worrisome. Back to Snur. That's weird. But yes, this centaur seems to be trying to plead with you, but again, is looking run down, getting gaunt, like more gaunt the longer they're talking to you. And just, Connie, I know what the one thing Kanitae wanted to do. If there's something that specifically you want to do in this situation, let me know.
Oh boy. First thing I want to do is try and find a medic.
Well, in that situation, Kanitae can help, because Kanitae's first response was to message Ethel, who, while not a medic, is pretty medicinal. So, Ethel.
Medic, cleric, whatever.
Yeah,
same thing.
I mean, Ethel, middle of the night after you have woken up from this very, very strange dream, Walter doesn't seem to be stirring as much. You seem to be I don't know how you want to describe Ethel's wake-up journey for this, but it's, I assume, not calm.
Based on that experience, definitely like startled awake, kind of. When you're like fine, and then you like sit halfway up as you like wake up, because whatever happened in your dream was like you have to be ready to go. I think that's kind of what happened. She just went, okay, all right, that was interesting. That's like her physical reaction, not her verbal one, because that's not her accent.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Walter like slightly stirs, but doesn't. He's what's happened, but doesn't like do much of anything.
She will probably just like pat him and just lightly say, "It's just a dream, darling." And then she's gonna go ahead and she's just gonna write a note and be like, "Went for a walk. Should be back by morning. If I'm not, I'll message you."
Very fair. As you are saying that, as you are writing this note, you get a message from Connie saying, Ethel, please help. Jeweled Chalice, dying Devati centaur in the bathroom, says his other half was killed. Please hurry. Asunar you see as like Connie just like backs away from whatever interaction you're having and just kind of like whispers this off to the side. But yeah.
All right. Okay.
But Asunar, as Connie's doing this, the centaur is still like kind of grabbed onto you and just being like, So you have to help me. What do you think your nickname was in the ring? Asunar.
Kick ass
Oh,
and
God. As much as I love that, I'm gonna have to say no.
Asunar. That was quality, I won't lie.
That was lizard brain. I just come out of my notes, stupor.
I honestly don't know. I should have put thought into this because it is part of her background, but
That's fine. We can say
I don't think it through.
we can say they just refer to you by your name for now. I was gonna have it be more personal, but at some point you should think that up because that is probably a thing that you would have or know of or existed. But yeah, they're just like, Asunar, please, I need to figure out where, and it says that every time they say the name, you can't hear it. Say, I need to figure out where is, do you know what happened?
I'm just gonna try and get him sitting, kind of support him in one spot, just being like, just gonna take some breaths and just breathe with me. Out.
It's like no, I'm still
Just
getting.
calm.
I was getting these visions of insert name here, and I just saw lines of light, and just like particles in the air, and I heard the screams. What was going on? Ethel, is there a specific response you want to give to Connie about coming, or should we just assume you're like tip cheerio, heading on my way?
Yeah, she will be I'm on my way already. And she's gonna go quickly because, first of all, dying person. Second of all, I feel like she and Kanitae adventured together for a while, so they have a good enough relationship where she's like, she probably would not be messaging me unless it was important. So she's going quickly.
Cool.
I don't have any. I was looking to see if I had any spells to make me go faster. I don't.
You do know that there is a system of gates throughout the city. There are these archways that, while the elongated versions do bring you to parts on PlanetSide itself, on the side there are ones that if you go into the right side, you go out the left side of the next one down. So basically you just keep it's a way to get a little quicker around the city. It's basically a full circle of these. So
it's like the walking sidewalks, except for you're never stuck behind a person, so you can go as fast as you want.
Yeah, so you walk through one of these gates and you're over you're a third of the city over, so then you have to go through one more gate and then you're near where the Jewel Chalice and the Gentle Harp are. So you're able to start finding the location. But yeah, Asunar, as you're lowering this person to the ground, they their legs buckle quickly. As soon as you're starting to lower them, they just legs are down, and they are sitting. They are sitting real quick. So, you got what you needed there. Connie, because it's fun for me, and Mel didn't agree to this, and that's fine. But Mel already knows I do it because she played in my first campaign with me. After Kanitae does the one important thing that she needed to do, which was get Ethel here, you watch as Kanitae's eyes just roll into the back of her head, and she also passes out onto the ground.
So the Stampede and Connie have passed out now?
The Stampede is still awake. Connie just face planted her.
Am I close enough to catch her so there's no fall damage?
Mel just called me a dick, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay. Sorry, Mel. I was gonna catch you, but Vinny said no.
Connie takes
It was gonna
1
be
point.
so goddamn romantic.
Connie takes
It's
one
Mel's.
1 point of bludgeoning damage.
It's Mel's own fault for knowing this was coming and yelling at him anyway.
She didn't agree to this one thing, but like, it's what I do with this, so it's fine. And it's nice to bring it back around. But yes, so you watch as Kanitae just is on the ground as well. The stampede is awake and not like passing out and like hitting the floor. Still looks rough though. So like, but you could go pick up Kanitae and do something with her if you decide you want to, Asunar.
Yeah, I'll probably find like we're probably both cleaned up at this point because I'm pretty sure we're walking out of the bathroom when the stampede found us.
Yeah.
So at some point I'm just gonna flag down like a staff member or a bouncer and just be like, "Hey, if there is a spare bed anywhere, can you get this one there? I don't know what the fuck just happened. You fine?" And then sorry.
Did you just post that whatever link that is?
Yeah, I just fixed it.
Okay.
I forgot I had been sending the link on Discord to my friends.
The worst. No, I just but yeah, Temerity, we can say you see this too. That you like eventually when you are finishing up with what you were doing.
Well, when I was done with that, I would go find my friends.
Yeah.
Because I told them I was sorry. I had some work business to attend to.
Yeah. So Temerity, when you finish up with Zen, you are able to find. You just see Asunar is just like bridal carrying Kanitae. Coming out of the bathroom.
Oh my Selune. What is going on? Are you okay?
You just passed out. I don't know what happened.
Spells. Temerity searches his memory banks for which spells he knows how to cast. Gosh darn it, if I had...
I just needs to sleep. We've had a long day.
You know what? I probably would have assumed she was drunk. Drank a little too much, did we?
I always hold my liquor better. I forget sometimes. I might have overdone it.
Given your general girth, I would assume so. Is she going to be okay? I assume you've seen her in this state before.
We see Bree comes over and just looks confused. What happened to Connie?
I believe she's drunk.
She drank too much.
What the goddamn lightweight. Let's I have a space. I have a space to her. If this is how she wanted to get in my bed, she could have been nicer about it. Let me go find a bouncer who's free. And Bree goes off to get someone else who could also carry Connie to a room. As that's going on, Ethel, at the front door, you run into... I don't know. Have you ever been to the Drilled Chalice or the Gentle Harp or either of these locations that you can go to?
Well, when we were talking about Walter the other night, is this a place that he's been, that he goes to?
No, he goes to a place called the Underground. Well, technically...
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he goes to a different place, I will say.
Yeah. I feel like I probably haven't, again, because Ethel cares a lot about her face, and she has nothing wrong with the establishment itself, just that I'm sure there are certain members of the church who would be like, what is a cleric doing here? And she doesn't want to have that conversation with people.
Fair enough.
You're, what's the word? Evangelizing?
Oh.
It's been many, many, many years since I've religioned.
Potentially? I don't know. Like, I doubt any members of the Jeweled Chalice would have a problem, but man, she would never hear the end of it if Judy somehow caught wind she was there. So,
When you get there, you walk up. There is a female orc bouncer who just like gives you a once over, and it's like, haven't seen you here before.
I'm you, darling.
Oh, you have to treat her the way that I was treated the first time that I visited a Schmip club. Ask her if she's here to work. First time I ever visited a Schmip club, I was 20 years old, and I was there doing research for an anthropology project.
What are we calling it? A shrimp club?
A Schmip club.
Schmip club. Okay.
And they asked me if I was there to work.
Cabaret club, but either way. But yes, either way, the bouncer is not going to do that. It's just going to just literally point out that she has never seen you here before. I don't know every face, but I know most of them.
I'm new, darling. I've not been here before, but it's good to meet you. What was your name?
They call me Bara. Are you here?
I know this character. Ah!
Are you here for the Jeweled Chalice or for the Gentle Harp?
The Jeweled Chalice, darling. My friend called me, needed some assistance.
Could I get a name for the friend and a name for you?
Kanitae was my friend's name, and I'm Ethel.
Okay. Hi, Ethel. Connie is in here. I haven't heard anything since, but go ahead in. And she opens the door and lets you in.
Did Kanitae mention the bathrooms, or did she just say the Jeweled Chalice?
Just Jeweled Chalice. Wait, no, let me check the message.
No, she mentioned the bathrooms.
Also,
bathroom, yep.
what did the bouncer gave their name?
Yes.
Yeah, Bara.
Bara?
Yeah.
B-A-R-A?
B-A-W-R-A.
3 people just spelled something for me.
Sorry.
B-A-W-R-A.
Thank you.
Oh,
Although I appreciate you all for the intention.
Bara.
I'm just trying to help, goddammit. No. Yeah. Yeah, you are lit on an Ethel, you know, to find the bathroom, which, like, you get to the front, you get near the bathroom, and you can see them standing out front, outside of it. A bouncer is currently picking up Kanitae and, walking off with Bree to, like, bring her to a bed. Asunar, Temerity, Ethel, you guys all see each other. There's eye connections. And the centaur is probably still inside the bathroom unless anyone moved them.
I don't think anyone did.
Oh, Ethel. I'm so glad that you're here. We have somebody that might need your help.
Are you still wearing all the glitter that you put on earlier?
Oh yeah, I'm friggin' blinding, baby.
Yes.
You question your devotion to your husband when you see me. Roll.
I don't know that she does. Anyway,
I need you to roll for faith.
Different strokes for different folks. We're fine.
Roll for loyalty.
Yeah. Roll for faithfulness.
She's a
Immediately.
cleric. I think she's proficient.
You can have
Anyway.
advantage.
Yes, Ethel called me. Or not Ethel called me. I'm Ethel.
You're
Connie
Ethel.
called me.
Brain. Oh.
Connie called
Far
me.
be it from me to judge the cleric for having a little, enjoyment in her own home.
No, Connie called me. Said something about a centaur. Is she alright? Is she quite?
I mean, from what Asunar said, it seems like she's just a little drunk. they've been having a very good time since they came, which this place is quite known for, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, we've been
In my
going
head.
we've been going drink for drink, and as you see, I am significantly bigger. Oops.
Yes, it does make a difference, doesn't it?
Glitter is the herpes of
Yeah,
arts
yeah,
and
yeah.
crafts.
Come here. I take Ethel's hand and lead her into the bathroom to where the centaur is, and I just explain like, so you know how I explained the shadow figure earlier? I recognized. So the shadow figure comes from this one half of the Devati that I fight against in the arena sometimes, and now they're saying that the other half is dead and they look like they're dying right now. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Alright. I already know the answer to this, but I don't know if Ethel knows the answer to this. Does Ethel know if you can heal Devati by healing one half?
Roll me a medicine check. I don't know how much experience Ethel would have with Devati even being up here.
Yeah, I don't know how much experience she would have with that. I just happen to have information from other things. Medicine. Oh, that was actually really good.
Hell yeah.
21.
Nice. Healing, like some properties can be carried over. You cannot revive the other one by trying to cast Revivify on this one or something. But like certain properties can be done.
Like healing word, potentially?
I need to double check the goddamn like race thing because the problem with Devati, their like page, because they're so complex, is huge. So
Yeah.
I don't know off the top of my head. I know Revivify definitely won't work. But
Revivify, sure, but if the other one, basically, I don't know how fast these effects work, but if she can do healing word on the one that's here, hopefully that will last a little longer to try to be able to find the other half of this Devati, if possible.
As far as you know, what you know with a 21 is that one dying means the other one is at like half-life. They're deteriorating at a rapid rate.
All right. In that case, I mean, I'm gonna go up to the centaur and just like kneel in front of them, and just say, "Darling, what is your name?"
My name is Duhale, and you hear it.
Spell it.
Say it again.
It is Duhale. The full name is the word dew, like dewdrop, and then hail, like hailstorm. Duhale.
Thank you.
Duhale. It is wonderful to meet you, Duhale. And do you, are you...
FYI, the other two of you, if you're in here listening to this, you just see, like, Ethel is, like, saying, "It's wonderful to meet you," and there's nothing. You can't hear the name coming out of Ethel's mouth.
Any of it?
Can't hear the name.
Like, either half of it, though?
They can't hear you saying it.
What the fuck?
What does this mean? Okay.
You don't have to, like, mouth it.
I love it when the closed captioning censors me. It makes me laugh.
I mean, I don't have to mouth it. Is that what you're
No,
saying?
yeah, you can keep saying it. I just want the other two to remember that they aren't hearing the name when the name is said.
They can't hear it. That's so odd. All right, and is your other half nearby so I can try to help them?
I don't know. I was trying to ask what happened and what went on. All I remember is hearing.
I don't know.
I remember hearing screams. I remember seeing vertical lines of lights and dust, and feeling angry for a moment. But I don't know what happened.
Oh, that's very concerning. Give me just a second to see if I have a thing that I might have. Hold on.
That's fine. Asunar and Temerity, what are you guys up to as you see Ethel, like, talking and trying to figure some stuff out? Anything that you guys would like to also do?
I feel like the 2000s classic song Dancing in the Dark is playing, and Temerity's just dancing and feeling himself. If you don't know the song, look it up. It's a bop. Still concerned, but I handle grief through dissociation.
That's... I feel that.
Just stress twerks.
Stress.
Stress twerks with a sweat drop. I'm just making sure my glitter is appropriately applied.
It's looking great.
Thank you.
Stop taking selfies. Your sister's going to prison.
Oh my god, which sister? Harmony or Clarity, whatever the fuck my sister's names are.
What a tiefling thing to say. Anyways.
I can't remember. There's so many virtue words. I have 5 siblings, okay? But no. I'm paying close attention to whatever is going on here with Ethel. You know, I don't have the spells to help with this shit, but hey, you know, if anyone needs a good old Eldritch Blast, I will. I'll be happy to do so. Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
I feel like after Critical Role, you have to like have a signature way
that
you say Eldritch Blast, because you got
the Texas way, and then
you got the Texas way,
way,
and then you got the Eldritch Blast. And now, like, how do I say Eldritch Blast like sexy? If anybody can give me some tips, I'd appreciate it.
Vexalia trying to get a discount voice. That'll be it.
Eldritch Blast. Like a question.
Okay. Vinny.
Yep.
Duhale cannot remember. But if I was to read her thoughts... Oh, shoot, that's only surface. That doesn't go deeper. Gosh darn it.
Well,
I thought it did.
Detect thoughts can go deeper.
Detect thoughts, I don't think I have detect thoughts proper is the problem. I have channel divinity read thoughts.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I don't have detect thoughts proper. That's fine. I have an alternative. Okay. Tell me if I can know this also from looking at her. Can I tell how long Duhale has left to be alive? Do we have any idea?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I will have all this information correct by the next time. I'm pretty sure it's like 24 hours after the first one dies, the second one dies. So...
Oh. It's so sad.
That's so sad, especially because I can't do much past a single minute of this person being dead. So, this is gonna be interesting, you guys. Okay. I'm going to see what I can do to help. Duhale, do you need any healing at this very moment?
No, I'm not hurt. I'm just not. Yes. The words don't make a lot of sense, but you get it, yeah.
I am unwell.
Yes.
All right, I will
It's
do my best
favorite
to help.
Call Her Daddy quote.
Vinny, can I cast ritual or not? It's already a ritual cast, but I'm not going to be doing a ritual because I feel like we need to be faster than that. Can I cast Augury?
Ooh.
Augury only gives me an omen about a specific course of action.
Okay.
But the specific course of action that I am going for is... It's a specific course of action you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. And, I get how Augury works is you get wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for both, and nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad.
Yep.
The course of action in mind is searching for the other half of Duhale.
For everyone's peace of mind, I've just purchased body glitter for next session.
Well, thank you. You were really lacking.
You're welcome.
You know.
I know. I realized that. That's why I bought some.
I mean, I could just like put like a digital
the
fake glitter on you,
Coloring glitter.
so you don't have to clean it up. You get wheel and woe.
Wheel and woe is for good and
Yeah.
bad results.
You get wheel and woe.
Excellent. Excellent. All right. That takes a minute to do, so if you guys want to do other things while I'm doing that,
Yeah.
you are more than welcome.
Besides dropping
So-
dropping it low, you know.
Do you cast... I have never heard of... I mean, I've heard of this spell before, but I've never used it. You cast Augury.
It's a divination spell. It's to kind of... It's, It has based on the spell description, some similarities to like throwing sticks in real life, where you kind of find out if it's a good things are going to happen or bad things are going to happen.
Yeah. You like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies, right? Rachel?
Yeah.
Okay, because I thought we talked about Pirates of the Caribbean. There is a part in the third movie, I think, where I was going to call her Irona, but that is definitely not the person here. Calypso casts stones or casts bones to see if falling over the edge of the cliff. Yeah, I don't know what they are. But yeah, so it's like that where they're just casting to try to read something in the future. It's basically asking your DM, hey, my next decision, is this a good idea, bad idea, or kind of in between?
Yeah.
So you received the response of, what were those words used?
Wheel and woe, so it's
wheel
both.
and woe.
So,
which means both good and bad things will happen by pursuing this route, which for Ethel is enough of a reason to pursue the route.
Yeah. Wheel, W-E-A-L, and woe, W-O-E. Our note taker is just...
No, wait, W-E-A-L?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's not...
I don't even know.
It's not Jesus take the wheel so much as wheel as in...
That's what I wrote.
Wheel as in good sign.
I was like, wheel as in you have control. Got it.
No.
Wheel as in well-being, I think?
Sure. Either way. Yes, so Asunar and Temerity, besides you two throwing it back in nervousness, what else are you two doing as Ethel is completing this? That's all? Okay.
Throwing it back in nervousness?
That's what they said before. They were like, oh, this isn't great. And they're like, yeah, we're just going to dance. It's fine. Okay.
I like Wheel and Woe as another band name.
Nice.
But Jesus Take the Wheel version. I mean, I don't really have much to say. All I see is this person that seems to be slowly dying. I have no healing spells or capabilities. And our resident healer is throwing shit on the ground and like, yes, okay, got you. Very useful. Okay, this is out of my league. I'm not on the level.
That's fair. All right, so you get that message, Ethel, and that's where you guys currently are at.
in that case, I'm going to stand up, I'm going to turn around to the other two, and I'm going to... I'm just going to say, if you are both willing to accompany me, I believe that Duhale needs our help. And this is gonna be real interesting because you guys did not hear me say that name, but it's fine.
I'm sorry, I missed what you said. Did you say... You said who needs our help?
Duhale?
Boobale?
I...
I'm sorry,
I-
like, no sound is coming out. I'm attempting to read your lips, but I've always been horrible at doing that. Noodle?
The centaur, darling. The centaur.
Oh, them. Okay.
Yes. So time is of the essence. And we need to. My current goal is to try to find the other half.
Okay, well, it does seem like you were attempting to say their name. In the meantime, we can just call them Nessus, which is a famous centaur in mythology. Anyway, okay, so we have to find the companion of Nessus. Do you know the last place that they were?
Duhale?
They're dead.
The last place, just the last place. I know that the night's been crazy and that awful things have happened, but what's the last time you remember seeing them?
I haven't seen them in a couple days. They had a fight with their partner Pandy, and I don't know what's been going on since then.
Pandora?
Yeah, Pandora.
Ah.
Oh my lord. Do you know about surely you know about what's happened with Pandora?
They're just looking between you guys like, bitch, I don't know where my other half is. What makes you think I know about what happened earlier today? Yeah.
Call me a bitch one more time.
It was with the eyes.
See what happens.
It was with the eyes.
I can read between lines.
You can't read lips, but you can read between the eyes.
That's right.
What's up, Asunar?
Ooh. Sorry, Asunar is just making these noises out loud, just, ooh. Do we tell them?
Ethel's gonna pull Asunar to the side for a second. Did you tell Ethel earlier about the shadow part, or did you just tell Kanitae that Stampede had split?
Definitely after the interrogation, Asunar told everyone. Like, after the interrogation, they were like, "All right, so I held back on information, but you guys should know this."
Okay. Yikes. Do you know if one of them can do it without the other one? Oh, say it again. Did not hear you.
Okay, DM, would I know?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw your lips move, but I didn't see anything. Kind of like the whole thing that's going on here, anyways.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's not your fault. Internet's a hoe. You would know that they can individually do that.
Okay.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. But without the other one present.
Are you talking about this
not...
near Duhale, or are you...
Oh no, I said I pulled Asunar away for a second.
Okay.
I very much do not want to be within direct earshot
Fair enough.
when asking this question.
Yeah, while they're doing this, I'll pull out the horse brush I keep in my pocket.
Why?
You keep a horse brush in your pocket?
They're very good for
Now
your hair.
Apparently now I do.
To be fair, you keep random things in your pockets to sell to people, so like this makes sense. But
I am working a double tomorrow, and I totally intend to add millions of custom items to my inventory. Horse brush is one of them.
Nice.
How much would you say that is, Vinny? Like 5 silver?
A gold. Horses are expensive. Yeah, they're gonna upcharge that shit.
Fine, I just got 150 gold. So...
Yeah, that's why I don't feel bad about charging you.
You have inflated prices in this world.
I know. I'm a dick. I'm the worst. It's fine.
You like big money and nothing less.
Yeah, that's me.
so does Temerity, though. So, can we really blame Vinny for charge? People in this city know you have money, Temerity. You just have to deal with it.
Hey, you know, when you're this hot.
Anyways. Next steps, next conversations.
Yes. Great. Okay, I have a plan. Sort of. It's a terrible plan, but we're gonna do it anyway. Because I don't have any other ideas. We're going to ask Duhail, the centaur, your friend. This is still to Asunar, kind of to the side in private, by the way. Where the other half lives, so that we can go there to see, because if they were fighting, it could be a setup, or it could be the other half of Duhail. And either way, they're dead now, or dying. And we're gonna have to try to fix it. Well, we're going to try to fix it. I guess we don't have to. This is just a passion project now.
Also, I just want to make a brief mention that Temerity does tend to keep, like, a generally serene expression. But when he notices Ethel take Asunar to the side and then begin whispering, he does have kind of like that anime sort of like eyebrow twitch, little frustration, like, why didn't you want to talk to me?
I mean, she'll pull you aside eventually. It's just that you took the chance to talk to the centaur, which meant that Duhail was distracted.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying to key you into one of my character flaws. Which is severe jealousy.
Well,
At least we're being honest. Anyways. Cool. So yeah. SNR, any responses to Ethel's ideas, comments, questions, concerns?
Unless you have something better in mind.
No. That sounds really smart. But also, I firmly believe that the other half is dead. It is happening to this one and Centaur. I still don't.
You broke up at the end there. What did you say?
Yeah, what was
Sorry.
the end of that?
Yeah, we definitely should go to the house, but I firmly believe that the other half is dead if this one, at the Centaur, is in this condition.
I agree, but we can still find information from the dead. It's very Ethel specific, but it is true.
That is true.
Out of curiosity, what is everybody's in this group's passive perception and passive insight? I'm supposed to have all these on one page, but I can't find the list that I made. It's very disappointing.
Passive anything is 10 plus
Plus the skill.
the skill.
All of the above is 10 for me.
Love it.
I don't pay attention to anything.
Well, passive perception is 18. Passive insight is the same.
And then
18.
that's not the worst, Asunar. Asunar's perception's
Okay.
bonkerly stupid.
Yeah, passive perception is 20, passive insight is 12.
20.
So I see shit.
20.
Yeah. So
Aren't you supposed to be stupid?
Yes, but I chose the... I mean, think of it in the Caduceus way. See shit, doesn't understand shit.
It just means we both have high wisdom. Is really what it is. It's the wisdom thing.
No,
Oh,
it's
no,
it's
I
actually
just
a
chose
feat.
the observant feat.
Yeah.
I don't have high
Oh,
wisdom.
and maybe other things
Yeah.
influence.
Oh, observant.
Cool.
For Ethel, it's that she has high wisdom.
I'll say from those general checks, Temerity, you aren't paying attention to any of this, unfortunately.
I'm just twerking it out.
Yep, getting those good vibes. Ethel, you
Good vibes only.
you for sure know that this person is telling the truth, probably dying, like most certainly dying. From just like your insight check, they don't seem to be withholding anything. They also don't look like they can, like, walk for forever. Like, there's a limit to how far they could probably maybe go to their house, but that's probably like you're leaving them there if you go anywhere else afterwards.
Shoot. Oh. Well, I don't want to make them go to the house of someone who is a potentially murderer or murdered in their home.
Would you be guys good for a quick 5-minute break, and then we pop back off for the rest?
6 minutes and no less.
It's
You know
probably good timing for a 5-minute break.
You know what? Deal. All right, guys.
Oh, natural 20 on my charisma.
Oof! You got me. You convinced me. All right, 6 minutes. No more. All right, guys. We will be back in 6 minutes, I guess. See you soon. Alright. We are back. Thank you for your patience, guys. So, at this moment, y'all are still debating on your exact next move.
Yes. We are.
If one of you, any of you, roll me a history check, any of you.
Wah, I'm not insightful. But I have a +1.
I think it's intelligence.
Oh, another
based.
12. 13.
Ooh.
19.
6. Got a 6.
Thematic. I love it. Let me see. Sorry, one sec. I don't know what videos you guys are sending each other on Facebook. I don't want to know. Anyways. Yes. Would you get again, Ethel 19?
19, yes.
So
13 plus a 6.
Assuming that either it was repeated or at least Asunar shared it with you. Duhail did give some small drops of not seeing through their own eyes and moments of figuring out where they were when they felt anger, a burst of anger, and they saw lines of light and dust. That was sometime earlier today, or when it was daytime during the dusk time when the festival is going on. That is the only hint you've gotten about as a location for the other half.
Okay.
I mean, we should probably ask them where they're staying. Like, are they staying somewhere? Would that
Well,
help? Do you think?
Ethel's gonna take a moment, and she's gonna lean back over to kind of see Temerity and say, Temerity, could I have your help real quick?
Yeah, anything that I could provide.
Alright. I have an idea. This goes back to me reading her thoughts. The centaur, our centaur friend, said that they saw through eyes that were not their own for a minute, felt a burst of anger, saw strips of light and dust, I think you said?
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious if we can find that place, because that potentially is that probably has more fruit than the apartment that I was mentioning before. If we can find that space, then Temerity, they're not going to be able to travel very far. Do you think they can stay here? Do we need to bring them to another secondary location, another location to to rest, because they're not going to be okay to travel far.
Oh, I could absolutely arrange for them to have a room within the chalice if that's needed. Absolutely. Sorry, I was putting a "that's a Raven" gif in the notes.
I can
Alright.
pitch in if money is an issue. I can put money towards her room.
No
right.
money needed. It's a favor to me. I'm sure that it would be fine.
if you're certain. If you do end up needing money, though, please let us know.
Of course. I made plenty today talking to that strange dragonborn fellow. I should talk to you about that later.
Sounds fascinating. Yes.
Don't let me forget. I do happen to be forgetful. Especially in the presence of such a beauty. Anyway, so let's get this centaur into a room. I will go over to them and be like, "Darling, are you ready? Are you able to move? Do you need help?"
I can move. They lift themselves up and says, "Yeah, where did you figure? Do you have an idea where they might be?"
We're working on it.
darling.
What we need right now is to get you into a safe place where you can rest. Unless you do feel like you need to be brought to them?
I would like to... You're gonna bring them back, right? You're not going to do anything...
We're going to do everything that we can to help them.
I will do my
promise.
best.
I'd rather get to them if I can then. If this is good news, I would rather go, but...
Are you sure you're in a state to move like that?
That far? Do me a favor. And you said you saw things that were not through your own eyes. Think about those again, for a minute.
Sure. I can try.
Oh, and if you would be a dear and let me see it as well. I'm gonna do Channel Divinity Read Thoughts.
Okay.
But technically it's a wisdom save.
Yeah, I mean, they can auto-fail it for, like,
the
sake of trying to figure things out together. It's nice that you explain it first. It would be a lot less, willing without any explanation. So yeah, but with an explanation given, they will auto-fail and allow you access to their noggin.
Because, yes, I can only read surface thoughts, but I would like to know, and it's only for a minute, but I would like to see whatever memory they have of that, to see if I know it.
Sure. Asunar and Temerity, are you doing anything to help out in this specific situation?
I'm gonna hold his hand. Comfort. I know him.
I mean, is there any way I could help with that?
So, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'm doing my best to also provide comfort.
Okay.
I am sorry, I did kind of just, like, throw us into that, but I was like, if they want to come, then we have to know where we're going.
Yeah, no.
I'm doing my best to, like, kind of show that we're trustworthy, we're doing our best to help.
Sure.
Charisma.
No. Charisma.
Brush him with the brush.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I was just asking because I don't know all of your abilities, so I just double check to see if there's any additional things.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Cool. But yeah, you guys are providing comfort, which is helpful when someone is probing your mind. Roll me a perception check, Ethel.
Natural 20.
There we go. Take your luck point. And then take a much clearer vision of what Duhail has been seeing.
Queen.
As Duhail concentrates with the help of comfort from two of you, Ethel, as you begin probing into the minds, you see again these lines and then this dust that seems to be like falling towards you. And as you get a little bit clearer of a vision, you begin to hear the noise of the underside of a stage, of a performing area. And you begin hearing the sounds of Aster talking to the backup dancers, and you're hearing the sounds of the performances going on stage. Looking up through the cracks, you can see like just a little bit of the curtain. That's the word. The curtain that was up on the stage, and you can feel that moment of anger when Pandora begins walking out, and you watch that anger pass up through, almost like a reversal of the dust as it coalesces into this dark form, and you're seeing a little bit of very quick flashes of the next few moments, the next couple like a minute or two, which is everything that you guys saw, but from the perspective of this darkened shape. The death of Pandora, the attack where the rest of you went in and tried to stop it with your various means, and then you feel that come back down into this to Duhale, into the other part of Duhale, and you feel that form extend again into this shadowy form as it begins running away, and as you guys chase it, and the pleasant smugness comes over you for a moment, being like, and now I'm safe because they think I'm running away. And a few moments after that, you feel the pain like up the front of the centaur, as a second later they drop dead.
They drop what?
Drop dead.
Dead.
Oh.
So the last place that you remember, or that they remember through the connection, is just underneath the stage.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, give a meaningful look at the other two, just so they know that, that I'm not really saying everything that I'm thinking. And then I'm going to look, Duhale straight on in the eyes and just say, if you want to come with us, darling, it's not a trip for the faint of heart, but I understand. And then she's gonna look and she's gonna say, under the stage. The main stage from earlier is where we're headed.
Dewdrop just says, Duhale says, do drugs. Yeah, do drugs. The captions.
That's exactly what we were saying in the captions.
The captions are living their best life, I guess. Duhale says, we were gladiators. We can fight. We're used to the gore, and just like nods over to Asunar. It's fine. I'd rather see and hope and at least be there. It's better than, well, I don't know if it's better than here, but
Oh, it's too easy, Vinny. It's too easy. This is not the solution. This is not the final thing, because, like, whatever, like, this is, I feel like, far too easy. To just be like, oh, it was the centaur who did it. Ah! Okay.
no, I'm glad
Even
you're
if the
having.
centaur did it, somebody killed the centaur.
Yeah, yeah, but who and why? And would whichever half of Duhale that was out there doing this have done it of their own volition, or are they being influenced by someone?
Got me there. That's what I was thinking too.
I mean, it's up to you guys. You guys can also just go to the fucking cops. Like, there's other things you guys can do.
I mean, yeah, but but why would we do that?
Yeah, you can go say hi to Ederic and Nick and just file a report.
Ew.
Fuck Edric! I hate
Fuck
that guy.
Nick.
Edric is an asshole, just an indicator for the rest of y'all.
Oh, they both are. I mean, I don't know. I don't actually know if Nick is. I just don't like his wife.
Well, they have to have something
Well,
in common if they got married.
Well, let's head to the understage then. Or...
Yeah.
You said that. Yes. Let's go
Under
there.
the stage, yes.
I don't know.
I'm getting glitter everywhere!
That was your own choice. That was
Price you pay for putting body glitter on the parade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take a
That was a
second
choice.
shower tonight.
have fun.
Thank you.
What is
Instead
under
of
this?
going to your double with into your double shift with glitter.
I mean, I'm sure that the members of Planet Fitness would not hate me, but it is within the dress code guidelines that you don't have excessive makeup. Whatever that means.
Okay, I was double checking to see. I guess under the stage is still called backstage. Everything that's not the main stage is called backstage. So you guys begin heading towards the main stage. I just saw McCark's comment. Nice guy, and all I guess. Shame about who he married, though. I mean, fair. That shit happens. That's like real life right there. Anyways, you guys begin heading back towards the park. Kanitae is sleeping soundly with Bree up in one of the rooms here. You three...
Yeah, we'll catch up with Connie later.
I
Yeah.
ship them.
I don't.
I ship it.
No, it's whatever.
Oh my god, was that a kimono? Little spoiler?
A kimono?
Are they next? Are they next on your
A
list?
kimono?
No, or at least
Peel
not.
back.
Not while Mel's not here. I wouldn't do that to her. Give her a fighting chance.
Kill her love interest for not showing up.
Heaven forbid
I appreciate.
if I ever kill someone's love interest. Anyways.
I appreciate that you said while she's not here, by the way, because that does leave you open-ended to try to kill all of us at some point.
I just wouldn't do it when you're not present.
His constant goal is to kill all of us.
In certain
Can you,
groups,
if you kill me,
yes.
can you at least do it in a really dramatic and like sexy way?
I promise. I promise the dramatics. At the very
Wouldn't
least.
it be more painful if it wasn't, though? I feel like
Dramatic?
if it's a question about inflicting pain, it would be perfectly thematic. Oh yeah, of course. Anyway, sorry. Not to derail. Let's get back on track.
Yeah, anyways.
This entire campaign is derail. Anyway, go on.
It's fine. It really is. So yeah, you guys begin heading towards the main stage, which was like taped off, like with just roped off to, contain, to have people not get to a crime scene.
Yeah.
There isn't anyone currently watching it, so it's up to you guys if you're gonna cross the barrier, cross the tape.
Ethel's just gonna lift the rope up for people to walk underneath.
I'm gonna limbo under.
Ooh, dexterity roll, please?
Yeah, I was gonna say I need a dexterity roll, a performance roll.
Also, I feel like this looks like urine. It's not. It's pickle juice.
Better.
Thank you for
That
the clarification.
You're welcome.
That
It's not.
doesn't make it any better, in my opinion.
It doesn't?
It's
Pickle juice is delicious. We ran out of
mean-
pickles, so I poured the juice into a water bottle.
Also,
It's definitely better than.
Disappointed, honestly.
it's definitely
So,
better
what-
than the alternative.
Yeah, it's definitely healthier than just consuming body fluids.
Scientifically.
So, what role did you want me to do?
Performance.
Performance. That is a 16.
Alright, yeah, you limbo underneath.
That's above a 10, so you're probably not dying from that limbo performance.
Your abs
It's
just
not
barely
12. It's not a
graze it.
greedy number.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense. You are very strong.
So yeah, you're able to pass underneath. Duhail like has a little bit of a difficulty getting underneath and through, but
Asunar and her 12-pack.
yeah.
Ooh, I know how I want to do it. So I don't know if you guys have seen the I think it's a TikTok where the girl is like going through the fence posts and she's like this thin but she like arches her back so it looks like her like butt's too big to fit through the fence posts. Nobody knows what I'm talking about.
No.
All right,
No one
I'll
has
find
any
it.
idea.
I'll find it. Don't worry.
Just add it as a GIF. It's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're trying to squeeze through, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but like I'm making it seem like I'm too thick, but I'm not.
I believe in you. Okay.
I will find this fucking video. It's the last thing.
You guys are able to make it to the area that you guys were in just like 6 hours ago. Not that long ago. You guys were there not that long ago. To the old concert area in the park. And I mean, the stage is still set up. It has not been broken down yet. Again, because police needed it for evidence investigation before.
Investigation. I'm not worried about evidence of us being here being found on this crime scene later. Absolutely not. Under no circumstances.
Oh, that's good.
If I had passed without a trace, I'd be casting it right now.
Yeah, it'd be really nice if you had that bard around with all of her extra skills.
All the fancy things bards do.
Mm-hmm.
Just bard things.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you guys see the stage. It's up to you how you want to approach. There are ways underneath. You can just break through the front of it. You can try to find a trap door to go through. Don't know how complicated or easy y'all going to make it for yourselves.
Temerity, darling.
Yes? Sorry, I was looking for the meme I was talking about.
It's fine. I believe you have the most skill or practice at performing. Do you know the best way to get underneath the stage?
If we're not talking about a dramatic
I think ease is more important.
trap door, there's usually a staircase behind the curtain.
What was going on here? Duhail asks you guys.
What did they ask?
What was going on here? Like, looking around, seeing that it was roped off. There's a couple spots that are bloodied, mainly on the stage from unfortunate incidents.
The
Should we tell him, or
he's gonna see if the other half of him is still under that stage. He's gonna see it anyway.
So, long story short, Andy's kind of dead.
Oh, she was so sweet. Why? What?
Well,
Oh,
now it's
so
it's quite possible that we'll be able to revive her.
yeah, it's
Don't
possible
worry.
we will, thanks to Ethel over here. But the reason why this place is roped off is because she was sort of decapitated on stage. Well, off stage, but the head wound up on stage while someone else was performing.
Oh no, she was on stage, darling. She was a background dancer.
Yeah, but not like center of attention, so that's why I say sort of off.
semantics. We got semantics going on here. But yeah. Duhail is just like, oh, and then like you see like the pieces start to click slowly. Be like, so the things that I saw with you, and like points to Ethel, was this.
Yes, darling.
Asunar spills the beans. Sorry, I'm writing the notes.
I like that it put Asinar's name as S and R. S ampersand R.
Asunar.
SNR. It's like D&D, but SNR.
Yeah.
I hate it here.
I hate it. We all
I
hate
think
it here.
Asunar is a very pretty name,
I'm
by the
being-
way.
I'm being bullied by a computer.
Yeah.
Can that be another
Google.
another band name? SNR,
SNR.
but we don't know what the S and R stand for.
R stands for?
We don't know.
Everyone has different.
Got an enthusiastic haircut!
Hell.
Pretty good enthusiastic.
Oh yes, decapitation. Enthusiastic haircuts.
It
You
was
heard it here first.
very enthusiastic. They look uncomfortable with continuing forward, but says, okay, where are we? Where's the rest of me?
We're hoping they're under the stage.
Okay. Okay.
Alright. Let's look for a staircase backstage? Question mark.
Sure. Say that you guys all understand the basic setups of a stage and are able to find a trapdoor that leads obviously downwards. That no one thought to check before because the creature just was running in the opposite direction, so no one bothered being like, maybe under the fucking stage. You guys are able to... There is a lock. I don't know how respectful you guys are about the locks, because there's...
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I roll to break it.
Roll
I'm
me
gonna break it.
an attack.
Break.
What are my fucking weapons again? That's
Only
real
break.
question.
No fix.
So glad that I finally found a reason to wear my body glitter because I don't go out anymore.
It's because the world is unsafe.
I'm so lonely.
Alright, that's 17 with my dagger.
With your dagger. That does hit. Roll me damage.
So
why is it-
6 damage?
Can I just ask really quick? It says we have 9 viewers, but when I look at the users list, there's like 20 people.
Those are lurkers, which usually we try not to call out the lurkers because they are lurking because they don't want to be
Oh.
noticed. Which
Are we workers? Oh, that's interesting.
lurkers?
Cool.
Sorry, not
Lurkers.
workers.
Lurkers.
No.
Lurkers with an L.
People chilling.
Oh, lurkers.
Yes,
Yeah.
they'd be chilling in private, which is fine. But hey,
Cool.
if you guys do want to like end up following, I would also appreciate. But yeah,
Thank you though for lurking. Thank you for lurking
Hell
and
yeah.
hanging out.
I love our lurkers as much as I love our viewers.
I mean they're one and the same. Either way, either way, 6 damage. You said. You're able to
Yes.
break the lock off the door, so you just like shove your dagger into between the lock and just and the lock comes off. Who needs lock tools?
You made it look so
That's bad.
casual. Just
Fuck those locks! And now I watch for the closed captions
Can't
to
make the
censor
noise.
me. Oh, yeah, there it is.
uh,
All right.
are you Asunar, do you want to do the honors of opening the door, or do you want one of us to do it?
I'll open the door.
Cool. The door is now open. Who's going in first?
Me!
Okay.
Fucking swan
Alright.
dive. Pew!
Pew! You open the door and I'm like, pew! I'm already there.
All right. Temerity, you walk down the stairs first.
No,
and
I walk down like this. Like with my hand.
I believe it.
How high are the heels you are wearing?
Guess.
They are-
Roll a d6.
How many inches?
Actually, roll a d8. Let's
Dang.
be in big. Yeah.
Dang, that's terrifying.
5.
Yeah, 5 inches.
All right. Temerity leads the way in those heels. Just click, 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 click. Temerity, you open the door to walk down. You see immediately a dead centaur. Very quickly.
I run over to their body.
I'm gonna be helping Duhail. Actually, no. I'm gonna leave Asunar to help Duhail down the stairs. And I'm gonna go down right after Temerity because Cleric stuff.
That's fair.
Oh my goodness. There is a body.
Okay.
I don't know.
I help.
I have corpse anxiety.
I
I want a shirt that says corpse anxiety.
I have corpse anxiety.
That goes on our
Another
merch
band
list,
name.
No, that's going in fucking hashtags and quotes.
Corpse anxiety.
That's fair.
Add it to the merch. Add it to the merch line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love it.
But yeah.
Ethel, by the way, Temerity is just gonna put a hand on your shoulder to like help you calm down a little bit.
Corpse. Oh, zombie. Oh, okay. All right. That's exactly what happened. I don't fuck with the undead.
Vinny,
No.
how dead are they?
Roll me a medicine check.
Corpse anxiety is also known as a normal reaction to a corpse. Thank you. Thank you.
You're not wrong.
Ooh, I did not do as well on that roll. Freaking medicine?
Yeah, freaking medicine. 10.
Yeah.
Definitely dead. Would have given you more, but yeah, that's a 10. So,
Shoot.
probably dead?
Dead.
It's high.
Probably.
High likely. You rolled a 10, and you're a cleric.
I know.
This was very disappointing.
Look, I have a really good plus. I just rolled really bad.
That's fair. You're pretty sure it's dead. That's about as much as you get, unfortunately.
Oh. If I was a life cleric, I might actually be able to do more in this situation. But a knowledge cleric has a lot more knowledge thingies than healies.
As you do. So Asunar, you help Duhail down the stairs. They look uncomfortable from what they're hearing from your other party members as you guys come down.
How did you not know there's gonna be a corpse, Temerity? It's fine. That's not Ethel's actual reaction.
Yeah.
I'm just holding their hand, being like, "I'm sorry."
Did you? You said you ended up coming up with a nickname for yourself.
Yeah, the Scourge.
The Scourge. Nice. I like that.
That's neat.
It just. I literally thought of it like an hour and a half ago after you asked me, and then I just kept quiet about it because I'm like, we move on.
That's fine.
What is this, the Warrior Cats franchise?
Shut the fuck up. We don't. How many streams am I gonna be in where we just go off topic, talk about the fucking Warrior Cats? I'm done.
Not this
You
one.
brought it upon yourself.
Not this one.
You brought it upon yourself.
We're not going to continue. As much fun as the Scourge conversation would be. Anyways.
I actually went.
I'm an edgy black cat with cat claws in my collar.
Yeah, and a 7-foot frame and rats upon your back. We get it.
I used to be a house cat, but now I'm evil. Ugh.
Vinny,
I used to belong.
quick question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Did I get enough sleep? I'm an elf, so it's feasible. To have had a full rest.
Roll me a D6.
We don't talk about the scourge. We don't talk about the scourge.
4.
4. You got 4 hours of sleep,
These are coming for you.
which is your full
All I
rest.
need.
Yep.
So, yeah. Excellent. In that case,
This is why Ethel goes to bed early. Get those spell slots back.
7-inch
And when
frame, claws along his collar.
and also when you worship a moon goddess, sometimes you want to be awake for the moon. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Gentle Repose again.
Okay.
Because is that what it is? Yeah, Gentle Repose. Actually, I guess I could have done that either way because it's a ritual. But either way, I'm gonna go ahead and cast Gentle Repose again because that's all I have is Revivify, and Revivify only works if it's been less than a minute.
Yep. This allows
So
potentially other spells to help.
it allows potentially someone else to come along and help out.
As you are... How long does this say? Is it an action or longer than that? Sorry.
The Gentle Repose,
Yeah.
it's an action.
Action. Alright. As you cast that, and you get close enough to the body to like actually check it out a little bit, you see that there seem to be holes along the front of it. Down the literal center of the body, there are holes that start at kind of the like lower waist, and then like mid waist. One in the center of the stomach. There's one in the throat. One right between the eyes, and then one that like went down on top of the head. In addition to those, in the center of the chest, like right in where the clavicle is, there is another hole. But out of that hole, there is a flower that is just bloomed, like fully bloomed blossom that is sitting on the chest.
So these are just like holes?
They are like finely drilled? Not really drilled. They are finely carved holes that are like 1 inch to 2 inches wide in these 6 spots.
All the way through?
A good like 5-6 inches in on each of these spots. So like for the throat, that's all the way through, and for the head, that's all the way through, but like not so much the belly.
It is only in the upper body?
Yeah, it starts like at the waist. It's a little harder to figure out what centaurs, but like the what would be like the waist, where it starts to go from man to steed area. It starts at that portion. One more, and then another one like right in the stomach, like center of the stomach. Then the blossom, right, like right in the clavicle, chest, heart area, and then one in the throat, one between the eyes, one through the top of the head.
And which one, the one with in the clavicle is the one that has the flower?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And what is the flower again?
Curious, is this...
What's up, Asunar?
This is not a character question, this is a me question. Is it 7 holes? If so,
There are 7. But it's technically 7 holes in total, but the center one, there is the flower growing out of.
God damn chakra marks.
Wait, you're breaking up just a tiny bit, but if you're talking about the chakra placements, that was also my thought, so I don't think that's a terrible thought.
Oh no, it's not a terrible thought, but Asunar would not think of that. I'm thinking of it. That's why I'm like, I want to check because I just screams.
What is the flower that's blooming?
It is a pure white blossom, but each of the petals seems to have a couple drops. It looks like almost painterly, but it is part of it, like two identical black drops on the wider portion of the petal.
On every petal.
Every petal. Also, what languages do you all speak? Asunar, you first. What are your languages?
Common and Orc.
Cool. Temerity, if you have your list ready. I don't know if you do or don't.
Yeah, Infernal.
Ethel.
Common, Gnomish, Draconic, Elvish, Dwarvish, Halfling, and Celestial.
Solid.
Damn, girl. All right.
This is perks of being a knowledge cleric, and also maybe a feat.
All right.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Not a feat. Just the knowledge cleric.
Just
That boy Nico called you a nerd.
That's okay. I know.
Nerd.
we know.
As long as you know, that's okay.
I can't speak Infernal though.
Okay.
Which is kind of sad, but it's okay.
Yep.
Temerity, I love how you only said Infernal and left out Common, so that would be funny if we just straight up were not understanding you the entire time.
Yeah.
Well, I just assume everyone knows Common.
Yeah.
I've been talking to you this whole time.
I know. There was just such a big pause.
But like you
was
come up
great.
and talk to me, and I'm like.
It was great though. There was a big pause. You're just like, Infernal? That's it.
What?
But yeah, that is what you see in the body. Duhail.
Of course I'll pass this out to Verity. Sorry. I'm sorry, Vinny.
You're fine. Duhail just kind of like leans up against one of the many posts that are down here because they're used to, hold up the goddamn stage, and is just kind of like staring at the body, and then like looks at Ethel. What did you do? They don't seem to be getting any better.
I can't bring them back anymore. But what I did do is make it so it will take longer for them to be unable to be brought back. So I have a few. Do we have cell phones, Vinny? I highly doubt it. I have a few people I can contact.
No. No way in fuck.
I was like, call. That's not the right word here. I have a few people I can contact to try to bring them back, though.
Oh, okay. What do we do now? Oh, they don't know. They look like they're just lost. They have no idea what to do at this point. They look like to Asunar, back over to Temerity, back to you. They're just like looking for someone to be like, this is the next step.
I mean, I have a thing I could do, but I don't know if it's a good idea.
I mean, any idea is an idea.
I can technically speak to corpses.
That's a good idea.
That is a good idea.
Okay. Duhail. The next thing I'm going to do is not going to necessarily be pleasant for you in particular. Do you wish to step out of the room before I do it?
You're not going to carve up the...
I'm not going to hurt them at all. However, I am going to try to speak to them, and that is... I can't imagine what that would be like for you.
Right. I'm gonna... Points towards the stairs. Just gonna...
Okay. Temerity will go take their arm and be like, agreed. Let us ascend the stairs. Take some time. Temerity is visibly kind of a little sweaty. With the corpse shit happening. Definitely has been a little shifty-eyed recently. And we'll just take the arm of the centaur and be like, let's go upstairs. You know, we can just have... We'll talk a little bit about what's been going on with you.
Okay, that does sound like a better solution than watching whatever's about to happen. You two descend the staircase. Asunar, are you...
I'm staying.
Okay. Cool. Alright, I'm assuming you're using Speak with Dead, right?
Yeah. Asunar, do you have any idea of questions we should ask them?
Do they know what happened?
I'll write it down. It's a good question. That's especially as technically, their other half saw what happened. So who knows if they actually had any actual knowledge of what was happening as it was. Alright, Speak with Dead is 5 questions.
Yep.
I feel like I'm doing a lot, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to hog
No.
anything. I'm just...
No.
I happen to have skills that help in this case.
Shine. Shine, honey.
You are
shine.
the most useful in this situation.
Go off, queen.
Okay. Alright.
I just hit things for a living.
I guess the first question is, do they know what happened to them? Let's see. One corpse with mouth answers 5 questions with what it knew in life. That is the description of the spell.
Yep.
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Alright, so you cast the spell, I assume?
Yeah.
Right.
It only takes an action to cast, but it lasts for 10 minutes.
Alright. You watch, as you cast the spell, the body, like, wriggles and moves just a little bit. And then you watch the body just kind of fall limp one more time.
Like the spell didn't connect.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna try to ask a different question. Not to cast the spell again.
Mm-hmm.
Just to see if it changes things. What is your name?
There's no movement. Actually, roll me a perception check.
Perception.
Asunar, you're there too. Roll me a perception check as well. I'm assuming you're paying attention to this, or are you, like, watching a wall? Is Asunar just, like, picking through the clothes of, like, the last act that was on stage or something, or...
The last act being Aster and Pandy and all everybody.
I mean, probably, because the perception I got is only an 8.
I only got a 12.
Oh, okay. There is no movement from the body.
That's odd. Vinny,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just cast Healing Word.
Okay.
Wait. Yes. I'm a little dice here. Do I think this is the answer to this puzzle? No. Am I gonna do it anyway?
Okay. I was gonna be like, what is your passive wisdom? I don't know. Or medicine, I guess.
I guess I could do that if you want me to before I cast the spell.
Well, what is your passive wisdom? Or what's your passive medicine?
Passive medicine is 18.
Also pretty good. This creature is dead.
Okay. Alright. So a healing spell wouldn't... They're definitely dead. Something else is wrong here. I've already cast Gentle Repose, which is gonna help them...
What were those words?
Nothing, they were grumbles. That's weird. Asunar, the expression you see on Ethel's face is like concern mixed with like unsettled, but like
Teensy bit of rage in there.
not rage, just like this should not be happening this way. Corinne might be having a little bit of rage, but that's not Ethel's.
Yeah, no, you you definitely are. I'm assuming something supposed to happen.
Yes.
And it
did not.
And I like start to look around the room to see if there's something in the room, like under the stage that's like something about this area that's like causing shit to not work.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Also can she take guidance on that?
Yeah.
Guidance. Add a D4 to your ability check.
Cleric!
I keep forgetting that I have that spell. It kind of is important to have going.
Alright, that's a 17.
17. Looking around the room, 17. There doesn't seem to be any additional movement. Like, you look around, like, there's no shadow creature, like, popping out or anything. Like, there's no movement besides whatever Temerity and Duhale are saying outside. There's no noise. It is obscenely quiet.
It's too quiet. Oh, like, it is. It's too quiet. Give me that shit look, Vinny. Saw that eye roll from, like, however many miles away.
I did exaggerate it so it could be seen. Because as these two are thinking about stuff on the inside, Temerity, what are you doing on the outside as you and Duhale kind of just walk up the ward? What is the staircase that goes down to the basement?
What? Are you asking me?
No, I'm trying to remember because I know what the word is for it. Either way, you're going up the staircase to where there's some fresh air and you can see the stars. What are you doing with Duhale? Are you just distracting with conversation? Are you doing the talking? Are they doing the talking?
I mean, I'd be happy to begin the conversation. Just be like, I'm sure that we'll be able to get to the bottom of whatever is happening here, and I do apologize for your loss. My favorite constellation is the Big Dipper. What's your favorite?
We actually have.
And then I'll slip into my work script.
your persona. Yeah. We actually do have different constellations here, but that's the thing that you wouldn't know yet anyways. But yeah, at some point I'll send you the list of the constellations here.
But if they start kind of talking about personal stuff, like, I'm also used to that, and I will listen.
Yeah.
I like, as somebody who works with people,
Mm-hmm.
I understand sometimes people will start kind of talking about themselves, and there are ways to sort of push them to continue to talk about themselves. So if they begin to do that, I will lead into it, yes.
Okay. They seem to enjoy the gentle distraction and just kind of go with it for now. Just been like, yeah, I like the mountain. It's and just like begins talking to you about the constellations in particular, and kind of just stays focused on that for a few moments as much as possible. You watch as like a few moments pass. You watch like a weird shiver go down them, and they look really confused for a moment, and like look around, and shake their head.
They shiver and that's all?
Roll me an insight check.
Okay.
I'll give.
Ooh, bad.
Oh.
Two.
Gosh darn it, Vinny.
I was gonna say I'll give you advantage because you're having them open up. So.
Gosh darn it, Vinny.
Oh, 1.
1?
Oh no.
Yep.
Give
Nope.
me a point, baby.
They seem cold.
They seem what?
Cold.
Cold?
Yeah. It's the winter festival. They're just a little chilly.
Okay, I will scooch. I mean, I assume that we're kind of just like kneeling on the stage, just kind of chilling. And I'll just sort of scooch over. Like, they have their centaur body that I assume is sort of like kneeling, and then their humanoid body is like sitting up.
Yep.
I'll just sort of like sit in like the crux of their centaur body and like drape an arm over their back.
Yeah. As you do that, it could be cold. It could also just be nerves, because this is as you feel a little unsettled. It's obviously a very unsettling situation for them as well. So, yeah, they after a few moments, their eyes do dart around a bit, but they seem to relax when you relax into them a bit. And Duhale just says, "Do you have any one kind of like a sibling, sort of like what me and my other half are?" This is probably the closest approximation.
Oh yes, actually I am the youngest of 5. I do have my elder siblings. Their names are, of 5. My oldest brother is Promise, and then I have a sister named Whimsy, and another sister named Harmony, and then my closest brother is Mayhem. And we always sort of had a close relationship. Although Mayhem is 10 years older than me, my mom always said that I was sort of audacious in my birth, because not only was I a surprise baby, but I share my birthday with my mother, which she found, you know, it's more of a joke, but she found it insulting that I decided to be birthed on the same day as she. So we have to share our birthday now. Do you have any other siblings?
No, it was just the two of us. And yeah, it.
Just the two of us.
What? Oh.
What's your sibling's name? Like, do you have the same name as them?
Yes, our combined name is. They say it. You can't hear it.
Why can't I hear your name? Like, you say it, but I can't hear it.
They shout it, so you just feel like the energy of a shout. You guys down below feel the energy of a shout. You, Ethel, just hear them yell, "Do hail!" really loudly. You don't know why.
I have a book in my inventory. I pull it out with an ink pen and a bottle of ink, and I say, "Can you write it down?"
Sure. They begin writing their name in it. You look at it. You see letters, but you can't read it.
Is that written? Can you write it in common? I'm sorry. I only read and speak common and infernal.
Oh, that is common.
I can't read it.
Sorry. Let me try again.
Okay. All right. I have an idea. Okay, so the first letter. Say something else that also has the first letter.
Okay. We're gonna say you guys continue through this for a little bit.
Yeah.
Ethel and Asunar, what are you guys up to downstairs?
I jump at the feeling of a shout. I didn't hear it.
Yep. I don't know how that feels or what that's like, but I'm sure it's really intense and annoying.
Really interesting experience.
What's that?
Oh,
What was that?
did you hear it?
I felt it, but I didn't hear anything.
That was our centaur friend yelling their name.
Weird.
It is incredibly odd that you can't hear. How do I know their name and you don't? You're the one who knows them.
Most of the time, only use our stage names around each other, so God, it's been a while since I've seen them.
Vinny, I had an idea and I don't like it.
Share it with Asunar.
Yeah. Asunar, do you think that something magical could be going on here that we don't know?
Probably. I'm a little familiar with magic, but not well versed. I think it's likely that it is. I don't know.
Well, I'm hesitant. I've already used a few spells today. And if we get into trouble, which this situation is feeling more and more like we will, then I might run out.
I literally don't have anything useful. Damn. Yeah, no, I have.
What?
Sonar, did you freeze?
No.
Oh no. Oh no. I just looked at my spell list and I'm like, yep, I either have stuff I can attack with or something that won't relevant to the situation at all. I just needed to look because I forgot what I chose.
Fair.
All right. I'm going to try to look for magic. Because that's the only thought that comes to mind. If you see anything weird, though, let me know. Vinny, I have several thoughts, but I'm going based off the information that Ethel has, which...
Okay.
I am gonna cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Because I cast Gentle Repose, but I would like to see if there's any other magic specifically on Duhale's body, but on in the rest of the room as well.
Okay. What is the range for that?
Of Detect Magic?
I believe it's 30 feet.
30 feet.
Okay.
I can see auras and determine school.
Cool. The body is obviously magical now. You can assume it was not before, but is definitely... I don't remember what kind of... I think it's necromancy. It's covered with necromancy magic because of your gentle repose. The flower is very magical. It's a few types. I'm not going to pretend like I know off the top of my head what they are. If you really care, I will look them up later and figure it out. But it's magic as fuck. That's all I'm going to say for now.
Well... I am curious the types because I need to know if I should dispel magic on the flower or not.
Give me a sec. Transmutation is the only one I can safely say off the top of my head.
Okay.
There's a few, unfortunately. So I do not have exact things to do, but transmutation is one that I will say is for sure.
Okay.
Also,
I mean, it is the end of the session, so it's okay if you aren't sure.
yeah, I will say, and we can wrap it up in a moment. You can also see, besides whatever items that's on all of you guys, you can see about 2 feet in front of Duhale. Not this one, the one upstairs on the stage. But 2 feet in front of Duhale, there's a few types of magics going on that is slowly getting closer and closer to them.
What? I'm gonna be relaying this information as I see it to Asunar, so you know. By the way.
I should run upstairs, shouldn't I?
It might not be a bad idea.
I go.
Sure. You begin running upstairs. Temerity, you guys continue like trying to do the book talk and like doing the ways you are, and you get like a bunch of letters organized, and like you can get the words do and the word hail, and you know that these words exist separately, but trying to put it together as a name to associate with this individual is not a thing that you can do. So you get like the word do, but you don't know why that word is helpful. And it's insanely aggravating. Like, the more you concentrate on it, the more aggravating it just gets. Like,
It does sound frustrating.
yeah. And like, they draw things on paper. They like draw like a dewdrop and then draw like hail. They like try to play Pictionary with you. That doesn't work. Yeah, so you guys take a few moments to do that. Any final things you would like to do?
Kiss them. No, I'm kidding. I'm just trying to figure out what their name is. brushing them as long as they're comfortable with that.
Mhm.
And I don't know. I just like whatever. Mostly what I'm trying to do is make sure they're comfortable, and that's 90% of what my job is.
Yeah.
Is making sure someone's comfortable, happy, okay.
Yeah. And so you're doing a good job of that. Like, that's a thing you're doing, and it's working. So.
In case they're dying right now.
They
I want to make sure they're okay.
I mean, they actively kind of are. Or passively? Actively? Passively? They are.
No.
I don't know which one's the right way to do it.
No.
Yes, both actively and passively.
Yeah, I'm like,
Technically.
But yeah, Ethel, what else are you doing, Ethel, as you're, like, reading these things? So now you're running up the stairs.
Yeah, because Ethel's just like, hey, there's something that's closing in on them. And I'm like, alright, weapon out and ready, just to be like, I don't know what the fuck is here, but...
I'm gonna follow Asunar. Keeping detect magic up for now. It's lasts for 10 minutes. But it is concentration, so I might have to drop it. But my thought process is this body is dead and it is preserved, but there's nothing more really we can do for it at the moment. But if what I suspect is happening with
When we get off...
Hail is happening.
Yeah, when we get off stream, you can share, and we can... with the others.
I just don't want to say anything because I'm worried you might end the stream with it. So if what I suspect is with Duhail is happening is actually happening, then that's more important.
Fair enough. Temerity, roll me a perception check.
Me?
Yep.
Oh. Oh, bad. No.
Oh, bad.
8.
Yeah, that's... Yeah.
Wait, can I use a luck point?
You can use luck points if you want. What they do, though, is they just raise the score. They don't let you re-roll. So, so you'd be trying to raise up the... You could do it, but I'm just saying a luck point
Can
probably...
I use 2 luck points to make it a 10?
If you want, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Wow. I don't know what just happened, but it doesn't feel good.
Yeah, stop dying, Vinny.
I know, every session it seems now.
Vincent.
As much as I've been frustrated with you with the twists you pulled on us, I need you to stay alive so that you can give us resolution.
Thanks.
Actually, I want to make it a 13.
13? Okay.
I'm going to use 5 points to make it a 13.
Okay. You, Temerity, are able to hear, probably because you just know shoes like this really well. You just hear a click, click, click. Just, you hear like the end of some heels hitting the stage. And as you like are hearing it for the first time, you watch Duhail just go as 7 holes appear in their body.
Wait, 7 holes?
Yep. And as something gets ripped out of them, you see some type of tendrils or something covered with blood, as a flower of blossom sprouts from the center hole again.
What kind of flower is it?
It is.
Vincent.
It is a white blossom.
A what?
A white blossom.
Oh.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
No.
I want to die. Vinny's hitting puberty.
Apparently. Gotta grab that throat.
This, I'm. I'm very excited. Don't get me wrong, but this is so much suspense between
Look,
the last 2 times we've played.
Look, you only have a week to wait versus the other game, which is like a month.
Like a month, yeah.
Cool. So we're gonna end that session with people running upstairs, Duhale getting fucked, and
I called it, by the way. I called it. I didn't say anything because I didn't want to ruin your surprise, but I called it.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Thank you for the peeps who came and tuned in. We appreciate it. Y'all were great, viewers, lurkers alike. Appreciate you coming back. I think you've
Love you all.
And we will be here next Sunday. I think we'll have the full crew next Sunday. I don't know how we're going to catch Kanitae up, but we'll see how that happens. But yeah, we're going to go off stream for a little bit. Thank you again. Enjoy the really fun artwork as it spins on through. Bye.